7 seasons. Wow, I cannot believe it's been 7 seasons so far. Each season is about approximately 24 to 26 episodes since we started back in June of 2020. So excited to see what the new season will bring and what direction we will continue to grow. Our Interludes movement has been growing on other platforms like the audio app called Clubhouse. Today, I'm happy to share a wonderful clip from our Interludes Clubhouse world with one of our first guests on the platform, author, comedian, and CEO of IYH Innertainment, Miss Jori O'Neale. So much has changed since our initial conversations, and it's great to get all caught up with O'Neale's latest projects and ways she's been encouraging the masses with her message. I'm celebrating a new beginning with Interludes with our special guest, Miss Jori O'Neale. I'm Val the Voice Johnson, and this is Interludes.
Interludes, a Peer Lighthouse production. This episode is brought to you by...
Need help with wills, trust, or protecting your LLC? Join Legal Shield today. Text the word legal to 347-652-0243 for more information.
And now, all the way from the south side of Chicago, give it up for your host, Val the Voice Johnson.
Up in a family where we talked about each other pretty bad. And so, you grew tough skin really quickly, or you became the family crybaby. It was one or the other. And so I got tired of being the butt of people's jokes. And so that's how I started fighting back. I used my wit. I used my creativity. I would study people, figure out kind of like what your weaknesses are behaviorally. And then if you ever came after me, I attacked you verbally, only verbally.
Okay.
Yes, just verbally. As I, got older, people would tell me like, oh my gosh, you're so funny. Oh my gosh, you're so funny. And one day someone said, you should be a comedian. I said, yeah, actually I should. And so I went and I looked up, how do you become a comedian?
Do a little research. We got Google.
I looked it up and I said, so I'm supposed to take classes. Okay. So I signed up for a comedy school and the rest is history.
I spoke with Jori O'Neale for the first time in June of 2020 for the platform, and it was a great experience for me. I discovered the spark that ignited the comedian within her to come forth. We spoke often during the beginning days of Interludes, since back then. We weren't really going anywhere. It was a great time to keep each other accountable regarding business and podcasting goals daily, weekly, and monthly. Being a part of her first season of Fun Friday comedy series helped to develop the budding comedian within myself. It was no surprise that when I reached out to Jori to come on and speak to the Interludes platform via Clubhouse, there was no hesitation. Celebrating our 3rd anniversary, it just made sense to bring back our first guest. Here's my thanks to the Clubhouse room and to all the listeners who have supported the platform since the beginning. After all of my gush and acceptance for the podcasting love I was receiving, it was time to reshine the light and start this interview with the multifaceted and multi-talented author and comedian, Miss Jori O'Neale. I'm flabbergasted by all the love and support that I've received over these last 3 years for the podcast Interludes and Interludes Extra Talk on Tuesdays. It has been a wonderful and phenomenal ride. But I wanted to just thank you so very much. I see in the chat a fellow podcaster, Jen. She got a chance to listen to the DJ Crate Digger episode that I interviewed him. He's a DJ based out of Columbus, Ohio. And I love that we are on this platform supporting one and another, which is wonderful. I wanted to definitely share about this phenomenal woman. She's on stage with me. She was the one, we were having conversations at the very beginning of the pandemic back in 2020. And she, a stand-up comedian, a professional stand-up comedian at the time, her and her husband living out in Long Island. But I got love for her because she's originally from Chicago. And she encouraged me. She says, you know what? You need to do something for your platform. You need to create a platform. Myself and my husband, we're creating what we have, which is now known as IYH Innertainment, and it's Innertainment. I think that's still correct. And she trained me to do and how to do a virtual comedy show. It was the first Mother's Day without my mom, and I knew it was going to be a painful one, but I dealt with it and laughed my way through my first Mother's Day without my mother by working with this wonderful woman, this beautiful, talented woman of God. She's one of my friends and one of the first guest that we had on the platform. I'm glad she had some free time. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Miss Jori O'Neale.
What's going on, Val? Appreciate the introduction. You caught me in commute. I'm going to pick up one of the little ones, one of the many members of my tribe. But it's always a blessing to come up on here and chop it up with you. Love what you got going on, sis. Love it.
Yes, we have to surround ourselves with people that inspire us, and Jori is one of the folks that inspired me. I hope definitely my comedy has gotten a little bit better. How many virtual shows have we done together over the last 3 years?
I want to say maybe four, and then came to the Shy last summer. We got to perform at Riddle's Comedy Club, the Riddle's Comedy Club. And, Val took up the stage, brought the house down, as she should.
She was one of the voices that you heard when we put this podcast, this episode together. Guys, you heard from many folks. And as I remembered them, I don't know if you noticed, I wonder why Valerie keeps writing things in the chat. This was mainly for myself. But as we celebrated, literally, we were going into our third season of Interludes. Michael, who had the brilliant, I want to call it the know-how and the wherewithal, because this is a great thing about having a producer. He can think for you and say, look, Valerie, let's take sections of the best clips of all of the episodes, maybe not all of them, but the ones that stand out to you, and let's make an episode of that. And that was what you heard, was kind of a chopped up version of some of the interviews that we had. The most notable interview of the season that we had at that time was with Speech Thomas of Arrested Development. We know him. I know him from my church. Myself and Jori, we know him from my church. He's definitely done some wonderful arts and entertainment conferences for the church, and then also just kind of performing as a part of Arrested Development, and just someone who has been a brilliant supporter of this platform. And we're going to have him circle back with us the upcoming season, which will be our 7th season. Here's the thing. When you are creating a platform such as this one, Interludes, you just need someone to kind of keep you accountable for when you release, what you're going to talk about, staying on track with the platform, whatever you decided to do. With Jori, I'll circle back to you really briefly. IYH Innertainment, you and your husband grew the platform. You were doing virtual comedy shows, and then of course invited folks that you knew, of course myself and then some others, and then you guys have now grown into where you have a different type of podcast where you talk about you have people 30 minutes of power, and I've actually dropped in and listened to a few of those things. And then actively right now, Jori is serving as a coach, not a comedy coach now, but she's helping people write their books. Wise and Lekeshia and also Daniel. Jori is my version of Monique Lisa Johnson. She has definitely helped people and trained people in writing their books first couple of weeks or in a month, and she trains folks on how to do that. If you could do me a favor, a major favor, Jori, talk about what you're doing now and how IYH Innertainment has morphed into what you're doing at this time.
So my husband and I, we created a media and entertainment company to serve and meet a need that we felt wasn't being addressed, especially during the pandemic. As you well know, Val, there wasn't much to look at on TV after a while that didn't make you cringe, or that you couldn't like play while the kids are still in the room. You know what I mean?
Right.
The intention behind Fun Friday Comedy, that was the first thing that we did. And I'm very proud to say that it's still streaming on the Roku channel to this day. But this was just a passion pursuit that I had, and had for whatever reason gotten away from it. And so when the pandemic came and I kept hearing from people saying, I don't have like fun things to do, or I don't have clean things to watch that don't require either subtitles or for my kids to leave the room. Because you have to remember, like at this time, everybody's together. There's no separation. Like there's no, the kids are at school or I'm at work. Everybody's in the house. So part of the brainchild behind creating IYH Innertainment was for there to be a space where the whole family could come together. And honestly, that's always been my mission. It's always been my husband's and I dream, is to create something for the whole family. As time has progressed and as God's blessed us, we've had a chance to work with comedians who opened for Kevin Hart, share stages with Grammy and Oscar Award winning people. I mean, it's been phenomenal just to see how it's grown from that seed of there's a need, and God, I pray that you help me fill it, to, okay, God, now what's next, right? So you shared how we started just doing virtual comedy shows, and since then we've been doing over a year now of live comedy shows in person, and still with that same mindset of finding entertainment suitable for the entire family, right? And that's a hard sell, because you have to be engaging enough for young people to enjoy it, but also quick-witted enough to keep, mom and daddy happy and smiling and laughing and stuff. And so it's been a joy trying to find that balance and working with other creatives to also fill in that gap. As of late, yes, for the last, I'm gonna say since November of last year, after I struggled to write my story and figure out how to produce a book and really get it out there in a way that helped people. Because honestly, I think everyone has a story in them, honestly. Like each and every one of us has a story that is yet to be written. And if you are already a published author, then there's more stories to be told that only you can write. And so after I struggled to get my own story out there, I said, you know what? I'm going to make this easier. I'm going to find a system that allows people to not only tap into their story within them, but to share it in whatever platform that looked like. So right now it's books, but before it was podcasts, and before that it was comedy. And so again, as God continues to bless and allow our company to morph, and I see the need, I just figure out a way to fill it. And God's been blessing that. And so right now my focus is helping women tell their story. And it's been a fun ride. Yesterday I met with a potential client, and just to hear her story of trauma and how she was able to overcome, like it reminded me of why I started doing this in the first place, because her story resonates with so many other women who may not have the courage to share it. And so it only takes one. Yeah, I'm super excited about the books that are going to be released later on this year. And some of the work that I'm still doing, you hang around creatives and you hang around folks that inspire you and call you higher, you can't get stagnant. And so I should have a couple more pieces of work coming out later this year as well. One is the idolatry of hustle, improper practices for burnt out Christians. And so,
whoa,
yeah, I'm excited about that one. I'm excited about that one. So yeah, be on the lookout for that one. Be on the lookout for that one. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing. I'm sharing my story, and I'm helping women do the same.
Yay!
We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.
Interludes is now available on the Live 365 app under the Absolutely Focused radio platform. We have partnered with Absolutely Focused Radio to give you more aspirational, more informational, and more motivational tips from our insightful interviews with today's top creatives and business professionals. Come be inspired by the platform Absolutely Focused Radio, only on the Live 365 app. Check out our platform Interludes, a Pure Lighthouse production, by downloading the Live 365 app today and search for Absolutely Focused Radio. Newsflash: Val the Voice Johnson is currently one of the lead moderators on the platform, the House of Creativity on Clubhouse. Val the Voice Johnson can be heard leading the THOC news team with Latino, relationship, and good news and entertainment news that you can use to peruse your daily life. Join us every Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eastern in the House of Creativity. Become a member of the House of Creativity on the Clubhouse app today. I purchased I believe your very first book, History Determines Her Story. God has a purpose for your pain, a reason for your struggle, and a reward for your faithfulness. It's available. There's a Kindle edition of it. And then also it's available on paperback on Amazon.
I am, as you know, I'm always trying to meet the needs and fill the voids and the gaps. So I do believe that children are our future. So my intention right now is to help young people find their purpose and their passion. I mean, I've worked with creatives. I've worked with, women, moms, single moms, grandmas. But as an educator, first and foremost, I see the need so much more for children to understand why they were created, to know and feel like they have meaning, they have value. Because these kids today are the ones that are going to be leading us.
Right.
There are future governors and senators and presidents, and if they don't understand the power that lies within them now at this age, and they use that power for good, then we're all there's no hope. There's no hope. And so, yes, while right now in the evening time, I work to help women release those limiting beliefs and help them tap into the greatness that's inside and share it through a book. But during the day when the sun is up, I'm all about the kids, my own and others as well. So if you want to put a link at the top, you can put Clear Youth Project. I'm going to try to put it in the chat. But like I said, I'm driving to go pick up one of my many children currently. I'll try my best to put it in the chat. But clearyouthproject.com, that site is clean, it's good, it's safe. Clubhouse loves it, they like it.
Good.
And that place is where you can find out how to get involved, how to help, because it's not a one person show. It's going to take all of us working together to help get these young people on track, and that's what I'm about right now. That's the vibe. Those are my movements. And so yeah, clearyouthproject.com. Definitely check it out. We're not a nonprofit, so I'm gonna make that clear, but we are looking to partner with youth organizations across the country. Some of our founder members are in Tennessee and Illinois, and so we're going across the nation, and eventually we're going to go across the globe, because kids need to get clear on their purpose. They need to get clear on what they're here for and start walking in it.
Thank you. Thank you so very much. I literally wanted to champion Jori because she was one of our very first guests for the platform Interludes. And, when you start something like a podcast, you reach out to your own personal network. And this was someone that I supported in person before the crazy of COVID. And I remember her being, I think, pregnant with her last child, and we were all a part of a in-person comedy event, and she was telling jokes from the stage fully pregnant, and I was like, wow. So this is someone who loves to help and champion people. And or do you want to say something, Jori?
No, the only thing I wanted to say was that wasn't my last one. I had another one after that one. But we keep having babies, but we stopped now. We done.
Wait a minute. Now, Nate, I have a personal love for the last child that I remember that you had, because that that young man was born on my birthday, April 22nd. So there was another kid that showed up after that little one.
It feels like it, but no, now that you say it, yes. No, you're right. I'm wrong.
You're talking about birthing your vision of your business. That's the baby that you bore. Okay, I got it. I got you. Oh my gosh. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. We are gathering all future guests, all the entertainment news, and coming back stronger than ever with Interludes, a pure Lighthouse production, coming back in September. Our Interludes Extra Talk on Tuesday sports commentator and co-host Coach Tony Thompson is gearing up for his all-new sports show, The Pull-Up Podcast, coming soon and produced by our Interludes production team. Thanks for all the love and support throughout these last 3 years. Enjoy the rest of your summer, and we look forward to coming back stronger than ever in the fall. I'm Val the Voice Johnson, and this is Interludes. Interludes is now on the audio app Clubhouse. Come on and unleash the power of podcasting with me, your host, Val the Voice Johnson. We have invaluable podcasting tips and tricks that will help elevate your podcasting game. Join the vibrant Interludes Club community on Clubhouse today and connect with fellow podcasters and creatives who are shaping the future of audio content. Ready to take the next steps? Download the Clubhouse app and look for the Interludes House and become a part of the Interludes podcasting community. Your podcast journey deserves nothing less than the best, and Interludes on Clubhouse is here to make it happen.
Interludes, original concept by Valerie Johnson, produced by Valerie Johnson. Original intro and outro music produced by Kendall Nesbitt. Interludes, a Peer Lighthouse production. This episode is brought to you by...
Need help with wills, trust, or protecting your LLC? Join Legal Shield today. For more information regarding legal protection or to join our worldwide sales team, text the word LEGAL to 347-652-0243. Become a future sponsor or advertiser on our podcasting platform by visiting our website today.
To subscribe to our YouTube channel or join Interludes Facebook group, visit the website linktree/peerlightmedia. That's linktr.ee/peerlightmedia.